नहीं।
गुड मॉर्निंग डॉक्टर बोरा, आप तो ओटी में हो, पूरे तैयार होके बैठे हो।
हाँ यार मैं भूल गया था असल में।
आप संडे को भी छुट्टी नहीं करते?
खाली ओटी करता हूँ बस, अगर आ जाती है तो।
अच्छा, नहीं मैं नहीं करता, मैं संडे को छुट्टी रखता हूँ। बस
नहीं मेरा
5 मिनट और वेट करते हैं
हाँ
and then
कोई
we'll
नहीं।
start. नवनीत जी, आप हैं यहाँ पे?
सर गुड मॉर्निंग।
मॉर्निंग, कैसे हैं आप?
जी मेहरबानी
अच्छा,
सर।
नवनीत जी, वो ना लिंक को लेके कुछ लोगों को इशू आ रहा था पीडीएफ में, तो मैंने लिंक वैसे डाल दिया। एक बार आप भी जरा ना उसको जूम का जो नॉर्मल लिंक बनता है ना, वो कॉपी करके सारे नॉर्थ जोन के ग्रुप में डाल दो, सो दैट एवरीबडी कैन ज्वाइन। इसमें थोड़ा सा इशू आ रहा है। Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the webinar on Sunday morning. This is the first webinar under the North Zone for the year 2022 and 23. President NZUSI, Dr. Vijay Bora, has joined in. I will request Dr. Vijay Bora to make his point, please.
Thank you, Kamal. Good morning, everyone. Today I welcome you all to the first ever NZUSI webinar in the 2022. And although it is a non-urological topic, not related to urology, but still it is very interesting. Even we all doctors have our professional indemnity insurance. Most of us are not completely aware of this policies and insurance. So I promise you all, by the end of this webinar, all of us will be enlightened enough about this insurance policy. And I welcome Mr. Yogesh Khemani and Mr. Ayush Sharma, who is a strategic consultant and speakers for today. And I think Dr. Kulkarni has joined or not?
So let me check. Sir, अभी तक तो नजर नहीं आ रहे हैं.
चलो तो I hand over the mic to Kamalji, please, for the proceedings.
Thank you, Dr. Bora. Good morning once again. I'm very thankful to the Cover You team for arranging and agreeing to our demand to speak on professional indemnity. We have been seeing recently that the medical legal cases against the doctors have really risen exponentially. Having a professional indemnity insurance is a must for all of us. I'm very thankful that now today these two experts will be speaking on this topic. Now, without wasting any time, I will be handing over a mic to them. I will request everybody to kindly post their question in the chat box. We will be, it's not going to be very long talk. We will be taking up questions from everybody at the end when they are finished. So Mr. Yogesh and Mr. Ayush, please take over from here.
Sure. I am sure I'm audible.
Loud and clear, sir.
Perfect. So, first of all, good morning to all the respected doctors present here. My name is Yogesh Khemani, and I am one of the co-founders with Cover You, and I take care of the strategic tie-ups, means all the new associations tie-up. I take care. So overall, more than 10 years of experience into indemnity, selling indemnity, understanding indemnity claims, etc. So before understanding what a doctor should know about indemnity and other insurance needs of a doctor, so we have created a small presentation which I will be quickly presenting. I am sure my screen is visible. Perfect.
Yes,
So before getting into the indemnity part, so let us understand the company first, that where we come from, who we are. So Mr. Dipankar Mahajan, who is the CEO and principal officer of our company, Alexa Insurance Broker Private Limited, and our trade name is Cover You. So his wife is herself a ENT surgeon. So when 10 years back, we were researching about a lot of gaps into the insurance, how insurance is bought by a doctor and what is the gap in terms of claim. So by keeping everything in mind, the doctor's concern in mind, we started up this organization. And as a brand, we are a IRDA licensed broker, where we are the only broker in India who are only focused in customizing insurance solutions for doctors and hospitals. So today, if anybody comes to me and say that I have a factory, I say that, sorry, boss, I cannot do your insurance because I am only focused in customizing insurance solutions for doctors, hospital, other healthcare sector professionals. And we are known for our claim settlement. And currently we are working with more than 45 different medical associations in India. And we have different offices pan India with a team strength of now 150 plus. So as a brand, we are serving 1 lakh plus doctors. We have 200 plus senior doctors. We are known for our medical legal lawyers who are available within 2 working hours to a doctor in case when in need. We have 350 plus medical legal lawyers pan India. We are serving 2200 plus claims. That is why we are known for in the market. And of course, we are known for our availability for a doctor when in need. So these are certain medical associations who are exclusively working with us, wherein we start with Indian Society of Anesthesiologists, obstetrics, gynecology, then family physicians, orthopedic, then we have family physicians, then physiotherapists, and various IMA branches like IMA Rajasthan, IMA Uttar Pradesh. We had very early tie-up with IMA Agra also. So why these all associations work with us? Because of the indemnity first. That is our top product. So these are the benefits. So let me start with a story so that everybody can connect. So when we were setting up this indemnity part, so we went to various doctors that what are the gaps a doctor faced while buying up the insurance. So the first gap was that in the modern era, when the medical negligence cases are increasing, where there's a need of experts. So of course, patients and lawyers are also getting aware. They also want to make money sometimes. So the scope of sending or a source of notice is increasing day by day. So earlier it was district forum, state commission, national commission, but now you must be seeing medical councils, human right commission, legal notices. Even we saw that various cases could have been solved at the time when there was a hype, like when they intimated over the phone or they threatened over the WhatsApp or SMS. So we make the insurance company understand that if we settle the case or if we initiate the case even before the legal notice or even before a paper is served to a doctor, then 85% of the cases could have been settled that way. So we are very proud to announce that we are the first ones in India who accept all the sources of medical negligence, be it any source. There is no restrictions, be it a district forum, state commission, national commission, police FIR, medical council, human right commission, legal notices, even WhatsApp, SMS, and email. Any written form, any oral form, we treat that as initiation of claim. Then, of course, the second gap was in the market, that there was no availability of medical legal lawyers who are experts. Secondly, there was a restriction of fees, because when we talk about government sector units who run insurance companies, so when I read their terms and conditions, so it was written that for district forum we'll pay 25,000, for state commission we'll pay 45,000, for national commission we'll pay 60,000, but the duration of a case has increased. So we don't know, because justice system is not in our control. So the case can run up to 10 years, 20 years, or 5 years, or 2 years. But no lawyer, a good lawyer, will be able to give you a professional services with 25,000, 30,000, 40,000. We saw another gap was that there are certain players who are charging medical legal fees, or let's say annual membership fees or legal fees. So by understanding this, we made the insurance company understand that the fees of the lawyer should be paid from the sum assured of a doctor. So for example, if a lawyer's professional fees is, let's say, 5 lakh rupees, so it should be deducted from the coverage amount of the doctor. Let's say the coverage amount of a doctor is 2 crore and the lawyer fees is 5 lakhs. So then 1.95 CR is left, which is actually very, very positive, that we are not paying any kind of annual membership or legal fees. Secondly, lawyer is able to get his concerned fees or his professional fee. And thirdly, when we are paying a good on an average amount, we are able to get good consultancy to a doctor, because we want lawyers who can walk the talk, who can understand the medical legal terminology. So that is how, with the help of 45 different medical association, today in India, we have 350 plus medical legal lawyers, and soon it will be touching 500 in the next quarter. Already the legal team is working on that. So we want to ensure that even a small district of Punjab or Delhi or UP or Haryana should be covered. And already we are serving more than 2,200 claims right now. Then another gap was that member wanted to choose their own lawyer. Ki, nahi, Yogesh, I have my own lawyer. He is my relative, or he has fought my past cases. So we are accepting all the recommendation of lawyer where a doctor can suggest us. There's no harm, because that is how a medical legal lawyer also talks to us, that he's getting an umbrella. Because if he's a medical legal expert, he want a target market where he can serve the doctors. So we are giving them 1 point shot where he can serve even pan India in terms of legal consultancy just. Then we saw a gap that various insurance companies members are going, and I have a claim, I have a legal notice, please allocate me a lawyer. So lot of doctors were facing this scheme. I have not even got a claim number even 7 days down the line after I submitted. So we are ensuring that we have developed the software with the insurer, with the help of insurance company, that within 2 working hours we'll allocate you the lawyer, and that is the time where doctor needs the most. So that is what we have ensured. Now, next is covered reappeal security deposit. Now, what happens is, as per the Supreme Court order, if a doctor loses the case in the lower court and he wants to fight their case in the higher court, then they need to deposit 50% of the compensation allocated by the lower court. So that security deposit will be paid by the insurance company. Next, second line, senior doctor panel. So this was another gap, that after a lawyer, every doctor was going to a senior doctor, to their mentors, to their seniors, to their association, that, sir, I have received the notice. This is a reply. That how I should proceed, whether I'm going in the right direction or not. Please guide. So these are the senior doctors who have turned lawyers. These are the senior doctors who have past experiences of fighting such cases, who have interest in this segment. So we have 200 plus medical legal doctors who are there available 24/7, not 24/7. Of course, doctors cannot be available 24/7. So they are available for second level consultancy, and we pay certain fees to them also. With the help of this, doctor is more confident that yes, I have got support from a senior doctor, I have support from a lawyer, my lawyer was allocated on time. Now he becomes very, very confident. Now next, that is the highlight of our policy, that we saw that 85% of the cases are settled outside the court, and this ratio was 85%, surprisingly. So we made the insurance company understand that there were certain insurance company who was offering no out of court settlement or out of court settlement up to 5 lakh. But this cannot happen because we cannot judge a patient's or a person's life for 5 lakh rupees. It becomes very tough at times when the case is critical. And there are times when case become violent, media hype, or as a doctor also, sir, we are human beings, not robots. There are certain complications in certain cases, and patients don't understand sometimes. So we have an option to settle the case outside the court up to the sum assured of the policy, that is 1 crore, 2 crore, whatever doctor chooses, right? And the best part is that we can make USI not zone the committee of that out of court settlement if you allow. So we have settled more than 200 plus out of court settlements last year itself. And to be very frank, when the doctor settles the case outside the court, it becomes very easy and light-hearted. And he thanks up, this feature was not available anywhere in India, and you guys are doing a good job. Then cashless claim settlement, which means if a case is put up against a doctor and there is certain compensation, that is paid directly to the patient or to their family if the patient is no more. Run-off cover, again, by the learning, we took the feedback. Many doctors were saying that I am retiring or I am moving out of India. But when you have treated a patient as per the government norms, he can sue you for, let's say, 3 years after the treatment, although that's not fair. But we have to go as per the government laws. So run-off cover allows where you pay the premium for 1 year and we'll give you the coverage for 3 years in only 2 conditions. Either you move out of India or either you want to stop your practice. So that's another feature. Breach of confidentiality. Any critical information of a patient get breached out in the market, or there is a loss of document, or there is a defamation of a patient, or there is a dishonesty. Patient says that doctor wanted to make money, he's not honest. Any criminal allegations are covered. And members who have hospital, they are unqualified staff, they are qualified staff, they are ward boy, technicians, everybody is covered, everything is covered. Then we also understand that 90% of the doctors have their own indemnity going from XYZ vendor or XYZ insurance company. So we ensure that any member who want to port to USI not zone policy, then we can port that policy to the USI and cover you policy, and without any continuity break. So let's say any doctor has bought the policy in 2001, 1st January. So that 1st January 2001 will be mentioned in our policy. It means any past dated claims, any past dated treatment where a patient wants to file the case in our policy, then we will take care of that claim. So member doesn't have to worry about I have an existing policy, what will happen to them, what happen to it, then we will port that policy. And of course, when we talk about as an association, we bring some value proposition in terms of pricing. So first, our value proposition is the benefits, then the claims, and then the pricing. Of course, our pricing is very competitive. For a urologist, for 1 crore, we are charging 6,490 rupees. And this directly is not a legal fees. This is an insurance company premium. And then that goes directly to the insurance company. That is the ICICI Lombard, which we have chosen for the indemnity part. 50 lakhs is 3249. We have for, let's say, any USI members has any spouse who wants to buy the policy also, because we work with all these specializations, orthopedic, then we talk about, we work with Association of Southern Urologists also. And it's going really fine. The response with Association of Southern Urologists is fantastic. Members are, we consult basically that what members should buy. what is the right sum assured for a urologist. Of course, the kind of pricing we are offering, a doctor should go for at least 2 crore. And there are a lot of doctors, the president-elect, sir, Dr. Kulkarni, has also taken his hospital. So a lot of USI members have already taken our policy, and they have a good experience. Members who have beds, hospitals, nursing homes. So we have to make it easy to understand. We have bifurcated on the basis of the beds for 1 to 10 bed, 11 to 15 bed. And not only the indemnity part discounted, but we have come up with 4 different insurance for hospitals, because we understand a lot of urologists own hospital. So there is a package insurance for a hospital where one is indemnity. Then one, we have come up with hospital asset protection policy, where all their building, their furniture, fixtures is protected from natural and man-made calamity. Then we have patient liability, and we are the first one in India to get into that. So patient liability, basically any patient coming into their property, and if there is a fire or if there is an earthquake, we saw one case in Jabalpur where there was a fire and a lot of the patient and their family member got burnt. So that if there is a loss to the third party, that is covered. Then we have money insurance, any money in the counter or safe, that is covered. So hospital, it's a package insurance we can offer, or just the pure indemnity. These are certain medical legal lawyers. Of course, we cannot put pan India. So Delhi, we have very, very fine lawyers who are fighting this subject cases. We have lawyers who are writing their own medical legal books, who are on the corporate panel of some corporate hospitals. So we have carefully selected on the basis of the recommendation of associations, on the recommendation of our legal team, and some of the market recommendations also. Now, next, we also understand that because we want to become the epicenter for all the insurance needs of a doctor. So second, where we negotiated is that every doctor owns car. And when we went on a research mode in the second-hand car market, the doctor car is sold on a higher rate. It's properly managed, serviced well, less of accident, less of drink and drive cases. So by taking care of all the claim scenario, we suggested that let us customize something for doctors, some things for doctors' vehicles. So what we have negotiated is fantastic. It is exclusive to us pan India, that we will offer 25% better pricing, claims, and experience for a doctor who buys up the motor insurance from us. Then I am sure you must be aware there are add-ons like zero depreciation, consumable cover, engine protection, key protection, tire protection. There are certain add-ons which are taken up by members. So these benefits are available up to 5 years in the standard market. We are getting available for 10 years. So a member who has bought the policy with us, he can take the zero depreciation up to 10 years. So that's very, very unique. There are 3 options for a doctor, because certain doctors say that, Yogesh, I don't drive my car more than 5,000 kilometers. I only go from my clinic or hospital to my home. So we have come up with pay as you drive, where there's a limited kilometer plan and you get more discount. We have a comprehensive cover. Then we have motor floater plan, where 5 cars are come under one policy of a doctor's family. Now, very important that not zone always come into the negative zone of insurance company when you talk about motor insurance, because of the higher claim ratio. But we are very proud to announce that the discounting would remain the same pan India, pan not zone, and what I can assure is it will be 25% better value proposition. Then there is no, because there are certain make and models which are not accepted by insurance company. We have removed that. So any member who have taken the claim in the last year will get the same kind of experience with us. So that kind of value proposition we are bringing. Then, of course, next is the health insurance. So again, we went to doctors that what are the benefits, because in the COVID, a lot of scenarios have changed. We have seen the mindset of buying, doctors also buying health insurances. So when we saw this, we went to the doctors and make them understand that what is the importance of health insurance, and they also suggested that these are the benefits. So they told us that we do not want any room rent capping, we do not want any disease wise capping, we do not want any, let's say, waiting, we do not want any co-payments. all the critical illness should be covered, air ambulance, domestic ambulance should be covered, the worldwide coverage should be there, bariatric surgery should be covered, Ayush treatment should be covered, senior doctors should be covered, no claim bonus should be there, reset benefit should be there. So just to cut it short, not to let us have interaction more. So we have customized health insurance for doctors also. The claim process, very smooth. And this is where we like the most, because a lot of intermediaries run from claims, but we say that when we are the epicenter for doctors, so we need to understand the claims really well. So with our experience, we understand nitties-gritties, and even sometimes we guide the insurance company and no, boss, here you are wrong. Please read down your terms and condition. And because it's a customized products, then we sign up a special MOU, and that is how the claim process gets very smooth. That member can approach us through our email, call, website association, and then lawyer is allocated, compensation is paid, the case is closed, like that. Then say there are certain feedbacks of a doctor. To cut it short, I am sure I wanted to keep it very short so that we can interact well, and I'm sure there is something you got it with us. So there are certain questions that have come up. I'll answer one by one. Please elaborate availability in smaller tier 2 cities in against 2 hours. So to be very frank, sir, we are serving doctors from Kashmir to Kanyakumari. We are serving 1 lakh plus doctors, and we have lawyers available, because lawyers are the first people whom you want. So we can share the list of lawyers pan India. You just note it down. We'll share it with you. And of course, if you have any suggestions, we'll be more than happy to add that also. So portability, next question is, so portability is allowed? Yes, definitely portability is allowed. Your existing benefits will be transferred to the new one. If a doctor changes the hospital or city, is covered prevails, do we need to inform insurance company? No. Our policy jurisdiction is pan India, which means when you take up our policy, you can practice pan India. So jurisdiction is India. Okay. Soon there can be times when we can come up worldwide coverage, because there is certainly available worldwide coverage, but to be very frank, that is not practical right now. We are making insurance company understand we are coming up with 3-year premium. Currently 1-year premium is there. How about equipment? Do you cover that in hospital package? Yes, we do cover, because we have to also understand there is a hospital asset protection policy where your assets are protected from natural and man-made calamity like fire, theft, burglary, terrorism, earthquake, fire, etc. But when you talk about equipment breakdown, so I'll suggest that you buy AMC or CMC, not insurance. So there are certain things that insurance do wonderfully well, but there are certain things that they don't. So if we have to work for long term, so for breakdown, you should never buy insurance. That's my personal feedback, because there are certain deduction, depreciation, and in the end, in this segment, the claim experience is not good. Defamation of a member of hospital, will it cover? So basically, it's a third party liability policy, sir, where a third party, what is the third party? First party is the doctor, second party is the insurance company, third party is the patient. So any loss to the third party is covered. But hospital defamation and hospital, anybody alleged any defamation, that is not covered in indemnity. But we have an internal team where we can give legal consultancy free of cost to a doctor. If there is a defamation on social media platform or on medical platforms like Practo and other, so we have a legal team. We can give this service free of cost to members. Which company you are tied up for vehicle insurance specifically? So for vehicle insurance, we are tied up with ICICI Lombard, we are tied up with Tata, we are tied up with Digit, and we are tied up with SDFC Ergo. So we have discounting flat. We have agreed for doctors, especially rates for doctors, special benefits for doctor, which we have. So a member will get a competitive comparison. So let's say if a member is having, let's say a Royal Sundaram policy, so we'll give them a comparison that how Cover You and USI policy is better. It's not a compulsion that you need to buy. It's just a recommendation. You talk to us, you consult us, whether you buy it or not. But yes, your consultancy is absolutely free of cost. And I'm sure when you come down to us, we'll give you great values. Can we include patients in health insurance? Yes. a lot of doctors have tied up with us where any patient who come down to them, they recommend our health insurance, so we can customize something for them also. Do you cover old cases after we take the indemnity today? Yes. When you talk about porting the policy, so there are two scenarios. One is then when you port your policy, existing policy from running from XYZ company, and when it comes to us, and if there is a retroactive date, which means first date of buying the indemnity, let's say 1st January 2001, you bought the policy first time. So that is the retroactive date. So if you port that policy and if any new claim comes up, then we will take care of that claim. And if the case is already running, then the existing insurance company will take care. Next is doctor working in purely government institution, whether doctor themselves will be sued or against the government itself. If again doctors them, how it will look out in government setup. Okay, so the question is that whether the in layman language, whether the doctors who are government practitioners need to buy the indemnity. To be very frank, sir, the time has come where courts have allocated compensation against the government doctors also, because see, government will protect the government, but yes, when we are doctors, we need to buy indemnity whether we are practicing in government or private setup. Yes, of course, the risk in government is less. You can opt for 50 lakh or 1 crore, but yes, private practitioners need to buy a higher sum assured. In today's era, there are practical examples of compensation against the doctors who are practicing in government. Which policy covered for health insurance? Again, for health insurance, ICICI Lombard is there. We have Niva Bupa, we have HDFC Ergo, we have Tata. So we have all the insurance companies, but yes, because what happens is some members have, let's say, cardiac issues. So for that, we have cardiac plan in Star Health, in Care. For diabetes, of course, ICICI Lombard can take, Niva can take. So it depends on the comorbidities that a member has, and we have customized the plan for it. Can I request member to mute? Thank you. If there is no existing policy, parents health cover, yes, we do have senior citizen plans for parents. We can share that plan with you, and we can connect with our team so you can understand. And our team is well trained, sir. That is where association loves us, because when a doctor talks to our team, then they understand that yes, we know this subject really well, and we talk in that language, and there is a proper training, and there is a L&D team how to talk to a doctor, because every doctor is well qualified. They know their subject really well. So the higher quality of manpower we hire, higher education, you'll see a lot of postgraduates also taking up calls. So that kind of quality we bring in. So for parents, there is a critical policy. Then we have for comorbidities and parents, we have policies. If there is no existing policy, then of course you need to buy a fresh cover. So 1st January 2023, you buy the policy. Any patient you treat from that day, if any case come in the future, that is covered. If we have if you have existing policy, can we continue with cover you? Yes, you can definitely do that. Again, repeating the same. If there is no existing policy, do you cover old cases? No. So if you don't have an indemnity and your past treatment comes up in the new one, then we don't take care of those cases, because ultimately insurance company also tell us that जब आपने patient को treat किया था तब आपके पास policy नहीं थी. When you talk about specifically indemnity, does this cover any case against our hospital staff like nurses? Yes. Any negligence done by any allegation from staff, that is unqualified or qualified staff or nurses, ward boy technician, that is covered. What if doctor is 75 plus as a health policy? So, sir, to be very frank, up to 60 years of age, it becomes easy for a member to get the health insurance, because it's not a group health insurance. And of course, when in COVID, we have seen term insurance and health insurance premium getting high, and there are certain restrictions that not all people are getting. But yes, if a member is up to 85 years, he's eligible. Above that, there will be test. If there is a lifestyle disease like diabetes, hypertension, thyroid, or there's some past surgery which is totally cured, then all these things are covered with certain loading, and our premium is also very, very competitive. Next is, as today is a group of doctor practicing in very small well-in trend. Is something go wrong and patient sues whole team of doctors, in such situation, which policy is useful? Okay, so I'll give you 3 examples, because in today's era, patients are also dealing with lawyers are also dealing with patient ki sir aapka case jitwaya to meko itna percent chahiye. So that kind of mindset is right now with lawyers. So whenever a lawyer sues up a doctor, or whenever they consult a patient, they do a tri-party or a 4-party notice. Means the hospital is also alleged, the doctor is also alleged, the anesthesiologist is also alleged, the even any concerned doctors, all concerned doctors are alleged. And court says that you have to represent your case, because if you are alleged, you are answerable. So you have to answer about your legal notice to the court. You have to explain your working. So for that, you need to reply individually. You have to protect yourself individually. For that, you can pay from your own pocket, or you can take up the indemnity. But when you talk about a hospital, definitely hospital, a court says that if it is a mistake of hospital, then hospital needs to pay the compensation. If it's a concerned doctor, you need to pay. So every doctor needs to buy their own indemnity. Every hospital owner needs to buy their own indemnity. And even a hospital owner is practicing, because a lot of hospital owners don't practice, they manage the hospital, but a lot of owners practice also, so they need to buy an individual cover also and a hospital cover also, because hospital policy protects a entity, a brand, and doctor practice is protected from his day-to-day practice, his treatment that he provides. Do you provide term insurance? Yes, we do provide, sir. Again, ICICI Prudential is there, HDFC Life, so lot of Max Life. We have term insurances. As we are saying that we are the epicenter for doctors, so we have understood that what our doctor needs. Doctor needs indemnity. Doctors need, let's say, a home insurance. Doctor needs a cyber fraud protection, because doctors have a lot of money into their account and there is a lot of fraud. Then we have come up with a cyber fraud protection policy. Any money lost due to any fraud, online fraud, that is covered. Not only for individual doctors, we are coming up for hospital also. Term insurance, health insurance. So everything is covered under one roof, sir. So we are there. Thank you, everyone, for a great webinar. Few quick questions. Is there any official USI tie-up with any insurance company? Association of Southern Urologists has with us. Definitely for North Zone, we are talking to Dr. Kamaljeet sir, Dr. Vijay Bora sir, and other key members of USI North Zone. So definitely there will be tie-up. That is why we are here to understand, and there are certain MOU that we share with the association. What is the inclusion exclusion in this cover? For indemnity, there is a 13 list of exclusions, like anything which is against the government, like involvement in cold-blooded murder, involvement in narcotics, in banned drugs, any involvement in organ transplant, which is illegal, organ selling. So there are 13 exclusions. We will basically send you the list. This question is very interesting. Is there any co-payment clause for claim? So of course, when you talk about health insurance, the consumables and everything is covered. For indemnity and hospital, every policy has compulsory access. Compulsory access, which means that a doctor needs to pay from his own pocket at the time of compensation, not at the time of claim intimation or lawyer allocation, at the time of compensation. So in the standard market, it is 4 to 5% of the sum assured. Means if a 1 crore, this is the only gap, sir, which a lot of doctors don't understand, where we find it very difficult to explain, that if even a 20 lakh claim comes, the clause is that you need to pay 4% or 3% of the sum assured, which means 4 lakh. So out of 20 lakh, 4 lakh is gone. No, we negotiated with the insurance company that it is 0.25% or 12,500, whichever is higher. So let's say if a compensation of a doctor is 50 lakhs, so doctor is paying 12,500 as the compulsory excess, and rest or 49 lakhs something will be paid by the insurance company. And this is the lowest in India that we have negotiated. So this is the hidden clause that nobody tells you. I am telling you openly that it's a compulsory access. It's a government guidelines, the IRDA guidelines, that this policy should have compulsory access, and that is what it is. Is the premium same for all surgeon? Yes. Whether it is a new member or an old member, the premium is same. For all the surgeon category, the premium is same. Consultant category premium is same. Anesthesiologist same. Plastic and cosmetic surgeon is same. Option available for newcomer doctors who wants freelancing. Yes, with our policy, you can take up our policy and you can practice anywhere in multiple hospitals. Do you have policy which covers health vehicle indemnity all in one? No, sir. As per the government norms, all the policies cannot come under one roof. There are different policies, but yes, when we basically inform members, so we do a proper risk management, a complete analysis that what is the kind of renewals or what is the kind of policy that you have. And when you come up to our website, you will be able to tell us that what is your renewal month. And when you come to our platform, it becomes very easy. It is our responsibility to inform you at the time of renewal. There will be proper information, and not only just the indemnity or the renewal part. So it is very important to interact and take feedback. So we have a dedicated CRM team who will be organizing a lot of medico-legal webinars during our tenure. There will be a senior doctor webinar that the cost will take care of it. We will circulate a lot of intimations and news that this is new, this is new news. So it is important to share current updates about this segment of insurance or indemnity or certain case studies. So we will be interacting more. We know this subject really well. So in regular intervals, we will definitely interact. So co-payment for indemnity? No, there is no co-payment. Only the compulsory access is there. That's it. Or no more questions are there? Thank you so much, sir.
Actually, thank you, Cover You team. Actually, it was a wonderful insight, even for people like me who are little financially slightly in a toddler phase. I could also get few things. One thing which I would request both of you to kindly punch in your number in the chat box, because everybody is asking how to contact you. Let me be very clear with all the participants out here is, Cover You is in talks with me for last 6 months. And somehow, because of a lot of professional commitments as well as the society commitment, I could not take up this webinar. It was actually planned in month of August, but I'm very thankful to Dr. Vijay Bora that he took up this topic. The moment I gave him the list of the topics, he said, first you do this one. So I'm very thankful to both Mr. Ayush and Mr. Yogesh for a lovely webinar. See, for everybody of us, like I'm running a 100-bedded hospital. I have 7 doctors with me. We all have luxury cars. The first time I'm hearing somebody is offering me a debt cap for 10 years. See, nobody is, if my wife owns a Merc, that after the 4th year, you cannot get a repair done because a bumper will cost you 2 lakh rupees. So that means we are likely to move to Cover You now. We all have professional indemnity insurance. I personally assure Mr. Yogesh and Mr. Ayush that tomorrow morning my accounts team will call you up for everything. For just a small question I want to know is, like we in hospitals, we all have lifts. If anybody doesn't know that, the lift, the card in the lift is time bound. It is for 1 year and 3 or 4 months. After that, the card will stop working and your lift will also stop working. How to tackle these kinds of menaces? Because these all come into the building infrastructure, and this does make a lot of difference to us, because they force us to take an AMC for nearly 2.5 lakh rupees for a couple of lifts. So what is the thing we can do for this? Who will pay? Because every year you pay 2.5 lakh rupees. In 10 years, they have already taken the cost of the lift from you, an additional lift.
So there are two subjects here. One is the lift and other is the medical equipments. So to be very frank, see, when you talk about breakdowns, because when medical equipment breakdown policy we have done it for 100 hospitals and we have settled down the claim, but we have burned our hands and the experience was not good. Now what happens is the in this kind of cases the surveyor is third party, and they want to save money out of it, and they are not even experts. To be very frank, for medical equipments, they are not experts for lifts. So I would personally recommend, because as an insurance, I could say, sir, mere se kara lo, है ना? But that is not how I work and we work. We अगर कोई speciality नहीं है sir insurance की, so I'll say, sir, go with that lift maintenance because they know the subject, they know the spare parts, they know the maintenance, they know equipment में अगर X-ray machine है तो उसमें ट्यूब है, वो कहाँ से आती है, कितने की आती है, क्योंकि यहाँ पे ना डेप्रिसिएशन बहुत लगता है इनटू मेडिकल इक्विपमेंट ब्रेकडाउन. व्हाट आई रिकमेंड, यू शुड टेक इंडेमनिटी, यू शुड टेक हेल्थ, यू शुड टेक मोटर, यू शुड टेक हॉस्पिटल पैकेज पॉलिसी, patient liability policy. So that is the specialty of insurance, and there are certain things which are not. One more thing which I forgot to tell you, that we will, when we tie up, we circulate a link where a member will just opt in that, for example, my health insurance is due in next year June, do not call me before June. My indemnities, all the products will take care of that, and we'll take the car registration number. So we have the technology in place that we will take care of the renewal month and we'll call them nearby that only. So that is the also working. We have dropped down our number. Any member feel like can contact me directly, or let us go step by step. Let us communicate with the body, and then let's formally sign up the MOU. I'll send you, and then let's formally launch. We'll customize our technology according to USI North Zone. You can take our feedback with South Zone and other associations as well. Over to you, sir.
Regarding the feedback from the South Zone has spoken very positive about you. Now, there's another quick question is, like, we all have policies which commences on a different date, ends on a different date. Now, if I have let's say the car which was bought in January, second has been bought in June, some of my insurances are in Feb, some are due in April. Now, once you given a package to me, there is a discount which you always will offer me. Now, does it stand that way also, that if the dates are not coinciding or they are not matching with each other, will it stand?
Okay, so let me start with motor. So your major question is discount is will be there for a member, because we also understand, sir, that my car insurance will be on different date, my colleague's car insurance will be on different date, my car can be Honda City, my colleague car can be a Merc. So we have to, when we come under tie-up also, we have to work with the member individually. We have to meet them, we have to consult them, we have to guide them. For motor, what we have done is, हम आपको एक लिंक देंगे सर, जिसमें आप सिर्फ गाड़ी का नंबर डालोगे. We have a software, हमारे पास आपका मोबाइल नंबर और नाम तो होगा ही, सिटी स्टेट है. जैसे ही आप गाड़ी का नंबर डालते हो, we have an internal software which will fetch your car model, make, model, fuel, everything, and your insurance company and your renewal month. तो आपको कुछ नहीं करना है सर, वो सारा का सारा काम मेरा सॉफ्टवेयर करेगा, और आपको रिन्यूअल के टाइम आपको ऑटोमेटिकली कॉम्पिटिटिव कोटेशन आ जाएगी. विद द लिंक यू कैन जस्ट ऑप्ट इन की माय हॉस्पिटल रिन्यूअल लिंक, हॉस्पिटल कम्स अप ऑन दिस डेट, my indemnity come on this month, not even date, month also is possible. So we will actually understand the whole data, and we will only create a risk mapping sheet for individual member, because when we talk about bulk, so there will be a 10-member team who will be working with for USI North Zone, who will be talking to members, who will be communicating and guiding members. Individual working will be there with individual links where a member can put their renewal month, and we'll work.
Dr. Neeraj Agarwal has just now put a comment in the chat box. I will request Dr. Neeraj to kindly say a few words. He's a very senior member who's based in Bareilly.
See, I've been having my indemnity policy and the hospital policy from the national insurance for the last about 20 years. Recently, I came to know about it that IMA Bareilly had tied up with CoverU, and we have shifted hospital policy and individual indemnity policy of my wife and myself both to it. It's been done about 2 months back, and I think looking forward to a better service from them, because the things that they have planned and that what they have suggested appears to be very doctor friendly. let's see about, and the premium was also reasonable compared to the national insurance which I was paying.
Correct,
So,
sir. So premium will be same. Let's say we started up with Indian Society of Anesthesiologists. तो सर जो हमारा आज 5 साल पहले जो हमने प्रीमियम किया था ना, हमारा आज भी वही प्रीमियम है. So we don't do any kind of marketing techniques because the owner is herself a doctor. So we are very process oriented. So आपको जो भी pricing या services promise हुई हैं, वो promises और services मिलेंगी.
Looking forward
thank
to it.
you.
Looking forward.
Mr. Yogesh, one more question. National insurance is charging around 4,400 rupees for 20 lakh rupees insurance. And here you mentioned 50 lakh cover in
Correct.
3,000 something.
Correct.
Why this difference is there?
So I'll tell you, sir. So when you directly even go to a different insurance company, they have different rates. It will be definitely higher than us because see, an individual member has to go to insurance company. So in a bulk, insurance company cannot tap all the members. So when we are the intermediary, so our responsibility is to put up a platform wherein member can directly, member is buying the policy through us. He's getting all the claim services through us, and we are doing it in bulk. So that's a difference between a retail and a wholesale kind of thing. Because insurance company also understand that what cover you can do, if they bring you on single platform, they can give them business in bulk. They can provide them doctors in bulk, where it is impossible for them to tap all the members individually. And not only this, sir, there is a proper training, there is a proper engagement, which insurance company cannot do. So that is how we demand, because आज सर 1 लाख डॉक्टर हमारे साथ रजिस्टर्ड है, तो वो एक बेनिफिट मिल जाता है प्राइसिंग का, वो एक बेनिफिट मिल जाता है बल्क का, जो that is there with us, sir.
And that money covers the lawyer fees also.
Yes.
Okay.
Let me tell you, sir, very less agents or very less brokers know that in all the insurance company terms and conditions, the legal and defense cost is covered. But we have seen that a lot of players are charging their legal fees, annual membership or legal fees, which is not not required. So we because as I told you, the subject is very important. So we read the terms and conditions, we suggest the insurance companies, and that is how they trusted us some time back in last few years, and we have actually delivered. We regularly go with our data science team कि sir anesthesiology से surgeon का premium आप थोड़ा सा और कम कर सकते हो because आपका claim ratio अच्छा है, which no other intermediary does. So wo that kind of customization that are consulting with, that is why they also respect us, sir, because we interact, because you will be having a lot of events, we participate. We participate in a lot of webinars. So वो regular updation चलती रहेगी, ये सिर्फ यहाँ पे नहीं रुकेगा. हम बहुत ही informational चीजें लेके आते हैं. Let's say one webinar was that how to reduce medical negligence, or if I come up with a webinar like for urologists, 5 things to keep in mind to reduce medical negligence. So it will attract members. Member will definitely join the webinar by their own interest. So all that we'll take care of.
Okay. Thank you.
I think, sir, your last statement is how to decrease the medical negligence appears very appealing to me, at least. As a secretary, I usually pounce on an idea which is given to us. I am very thankful to Cover You team for arranging such a informative. This is a non-medical webinar for us, but it's very pertinent in the current scenario. We are having medical legal cases going against the hospital or the doctors even. Now I ask you one thing is, like, see, I have filed a case against one of my patients who defaulted on a payment. He promised me that he will be paying me 50,000 rupees, and he gave me a covering check for that. And he defaulted on the payment. Will you cover this part also?
Okay.
So this is a civil case.
I understand. So basically, these are the certain issues of members keys, not only just medical negligence, you help us out in other cases also. So we have an internal legal team. So if you want to file a case against a patient, or I can provide you free legal consultancy, my lawyer will be helping you to draft a legal notice free of cost. So any help regarding legal thing will be provided by us because we have internal lawyers. वो खाली बैठा है, उसको थोड़ा सा काम देना पड़ेगा, है ना? And of course, when it is a scope of member satisfaction, we do certain things. But yes, when it goes to the court, we can connect you with the lawyer, and then of course with our name, he can give you very competitive consultation with very minimum pricing. Or we are also coming up with certain these kind of we can come up with certain packages also.
I will request any members who want to ask any questions, because it should not be like that the members, they may be having other ideas. So I will request any of the senior members or anybody present in the forum who wants to ask a question. Dr. Vikas had a lot of queries. Dr. Shailendra, good morning.
Hi, good morning. Sorry for joining late. There was one cardiac death, cadaveric transplant I was doing. So I just want to ask, as you said, this legal services is included in most of the packages, and all these dockland and all other fees. But how can we claim from the Mediclaim company if there is a some complaint to us? In that scenario, we go to the dockland, all their membership person, and they provide us the sometimes security also they claim. I never encountered that, luckily, but they say they provide security, they provide legal service. Of course, I have taken one, the legal service was for my complaint. But in that scenario, we call you, the cover you or the insurance company?
No, I'll tell you. So for that legal services, you are paying, let's say some members are paying 10,000, 15,000, 20,000 a year, or even more than that, that's what I've seen. So what we see is that in case of claims, your legal fees has to be paid by insurance company. The compensation has to be paid by the insurance company. We have our internal lawyers whom we pay salary. So that for that legal consultancy, it is absolutely free of cost, and it will be done through Cover You. So let me just tell you the role of Cover You. So you, while buying up the insurance, will inform you, consult you, guide you, give you the policy renewals, cancellations, etc. In terms of claims also, there is an IVR number. You call us, we will provide you the lawyer. A lawyer will be guided through us, approved by insurance company. Then we will you will consult the lawyer, he will guide you, he will meet you in the local city, or you can meet them in the local city, wherever it is on mutual agreement. And then you explain your whole case. He will not take any kind of fees from you. He will charge from, he will inform us, we'll give them, raise the invoice to the insurance company, and they will pay. And if there is a compensation, then the compensation will be paid by the insurance company. So everything is routed through us, sir. That is a job role of a broker, that, or an intermediary, that we will guide you in each and every step, which if you directly go, तो आप IVR के number में ही फंस जाओगे वहीं पे, because we will talk to insurance company in their language. We can walk the talk with them. They cannot play with us, because we are representing you, not insurance company. So as a broker, we are liable to or open to work with 52 insurance companies. But our client is you. So we will represent your concerns, your areas where you need support.
You provide security also?
Sir, I have a query, sir.
Yes.
No, security.
I have a query, sir. Can I ask?
Yes, Dr. Vikas, please go ahead.
Sir, I had professional indemnity insurance 2 years back, but due to some maybe negligence, I could not renew it. Sir. So if during these 2 years, if I have got any maybe some of the patients may do any
Let me get this question. I had read this comment of Dr. Vikas, that in case he forgets to pay the premium by
do not you will those.
Okay, let me mute Dr. Vikas. Then I have got this question. I got this question very well, because this I was about to ask was, in case a doctor forgets to pay his professional indemnity insurance and somebody files a defamation or some say like a medical negligence case, what's the remedy out for us?
See, remedy is that a lot of doctors don't know that you can renew your policy 90 days if you have not renewed your indemnity. I'm talking about indemnity. So that is the terms and condition of a insurance company, which a lot of intermediaries and a lot of people forget or ignore. However, if you have not renewed in the last 2 years, nobody in India or world can cover those 2 years where you are not insured. So it is very important to renew your policy in time. And even in 90 days, the gap I'm telling, those 90 days negligence is not covered. However, the retroactive date benefit will be there. So the summary is that you should renew the policy within the time. Now, why you don't renew? There are certain reasons which we have also understood. One, that doctor are little sometime into comfort zone. They do not renew. They say that ठीक है अभी करा लेंगे अभी time है. Then they forget. Sometime they are traveling. Sometimes they are busy in their practice. So our renewal process is very, very smooth. So let me tell you how. From last 60 days, you will get soft intimation over emails. Then we come up to WhatsApp, then to SMS, call. So to be very frank, in the last 3 years, if I talk about, the retention ratio is 94%. So out of every 100 doctors, 94 renew it from us, and 6 members who do not renew are doctors who are no more, or who are moved abroad, or who are little, let's say, carefree, so who forgets, or sometimes people don't understand the importance of indemnity also. So that is how we lose the members who do not renew. But coming to your question, if you have not renewed in the last 2 years, you have to buy a new fresh policy, where let's say today is 4th December. So your cover will start from 4th December. Any member, you patient you treat, any negligence from today will be covered for next year.
Thank you, Mr. Ayush. Any question anybody else wants to ask? Because we are almost at the fag end of the webinar. We have decided that we'll keep the webinar to 1 hour. And I think so we have completed our 1 hour. So anybody who wants to ask.
Yeah. Can I ask a question, please?
Please go ahead, Dr. Jan.
Yeah. So basically, if you're buying, I already have insurance with somebody, some company. So if we put in this, so what are the expenses which we need to pay from cover you point of view for the coming year? I just renewed in November 15.
So there are two options. One, you say that, Yogesh, my sum assured is very, very less. I want to buy a parallel cover with you. And there are certain, what I would recommend you to wait for 1 year, because there is a cost of a retroactive date. So if you port from us, there is no additional charge, only whatever is the 3245 or 6490 for 1 crore that you have to pay. We will not be concerned if you are paying even 50,000 for 1 crore. We'll suggest you, sir, 2 crore का आप ले लो, 12,000 रुपए का आएगा. एंड उसके अलावा आपको कुछ नहीं देना. आपको क्या देना है, पॉलिसी लेते टाइम आपको प्रीवियस पॉलिसी कॉपी देनी है, एक फॉर्म भरना है और पेमेंट करनी है. दैट्स इट. वेरी सिंपल स्टेप्स. मतलब देयर इज नो, आपको एक सिंपल फॉर्म भरना है, फॉर्म के बाद आपको पेमेंट लिंक आ जाएगा. इंश्योरेंस कंपनी का ही आएगा सर पेमेंट लिंक. आप कवरियो को पेमेंट नहीं करोगे. दैट्स द बेस्ट थिंग, बिकॉज आई हैव सीन दैट लॉट ऑफ डॉक्टर्स आर पेइंग टू इंटरमीडियरी. दैट इज अगेंस्ट द IRDA guidelines and norms. So your premium directly goes to the insurance company, and your policy is ported smoothly.
Okay. Thank you.
That is something very new you have told me, because I am at present with Secure now, and they take money from me. So they are not taking on the insurance thing. Yes. So just post webinar, I will be sending you a number, and I will inform my accounts team to get in touch with you.
Sure, sir.
Anybody who wants to make any comment? Otherwise,
there's one question, that is there a no claim rebate available? Is there an upper age limit for any insurance policy? No. For indemnity, there is no upper age. For motor, there is no upper age. Of course, for health insurance, the upper age is 80 years. And if there is no claim bonus, yes. For health insurance, there is a no claim bonus. For motor insurance, there is a no claim bonus. For indemnity, there is no claim bonus. There is no such method of no claim bonus. Your premium remains same because it is already discounted, sir. And secondly, the no claim value is your retroactive date. So every year your retroactive date gets sold. That's the kind of goodwill that you get in the policy. That's it. Thank you.
I think so. This was a very lovely webinar, which is, I think so, was an eye opener for everybody who attended it. I thank the team cover you for it, and at least I assure them that from my side I will be working more than what I did last time to get this MOU signed. And now I won't repeat things again and again. I will just request Dr. Vijay Bora, the President NZUSI, to make the final comments and close the meeting. Thank you.
Thank you, Kamalji. Thank you, Mr. Yogesh, for a nice informations. And I think we all are enlightened by this insurance policy. So here we finish, conclude the meeting. Thank you very much, each and everyone. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.